Then look at this right here, the little hashtags. Free meals, finesse gang, hot girl summer. She says, no cat for you. Ooh,
Bruh.
this is real. Show they got a little circle around the bottle of what may be some expensive alcohol.
Bruh.
And then, so check this out. This is how she got caught. So this dude texts old boy right here in the picture, right? He's like, bro, tell me you ain't out with that Morgan chick from Peckham, whatever that is. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm in the world with her now. Why? He's like, bro, she just posted this on her private Insta story. So she tried to be slick. So on the private Instagram story, if y'all don't know what that is you can select a group of people that you want to privately send Instagram story posts to. So like me, myself, I got maybe like 5 or 6 people in my private story. So if I want to post the Instagram story and I want to send it out, only they can see it. So whoever this guy is I'm assuming is in her private Instagram story. But bro code, he let old boy know. Yo, she trying to play you, fool. Then he responds back, hey, let's see how she's gonna finesse the whatever. I can't see the rest of it. So let's play this out. Let's see
The bill when you like.
Hello. This out.
The bill when I leave.
So let's play this out.
The bill when I leave. I owe you one? I owe you one. Oh.
Listen, it's time you got hustle. Don't ever try hustle, man. Yo.
So what he did was act like he had to get up and go.
He had to go to the bathroom and dipped out.
And on his way to go use the bathroom, he dipped up out of there and left her with the ticket.
You got the bill, yeah?
No, she really left me.
Yeah, of course I left you there. The same way when I came out the way to grab ya.
Left her ass with the check, boy.
My man.
Say that again. Listen. Where's that £500 gone, blood?
Shit.
Where's that £500 gone? Where's the £500? Where's the five? Yeah, you're a liar. You're a liar. Get me. No, I don't give a don't ever try to hustle, man, blood. Reality check.
Reality check.
Right, yourself, you. I don't give a fuck if everybody's staring. Fuck you, blood. You deserve it.
I know that's right.
She did deserve it. That's messed up.
Care if everybody's in there staring at her. You ain't in there.
She tried to play him hard.
Looking stupid.
You deserve it. You little you.
You lost one.
You understand? Really embarrassing, isn't it?
You might think that the words that he is using are harsh, but it's true. She did deserve that. She over here out here playing guys. She's like, this the 3rd sucker this month. Look at this. She's playing dudes. Shit is too easy, huh? No, she deserved for that to happen. It needs to happen to her more often so maybe
facts.
she will stop.
Facts.
Because this is not okay. You can't use these guys that are trying to take interest in you. Let me move this out the way. Guys that are trying to take interest in you. Guys that are trying to court you. Guys that are actually willing to spend money on you and take you out on a date. A nice date. A romantic date. Then you do and pull some stuff off like this. Y'all ladies, y'all got it all
Y'all
effed up
tripping.
out here for real. Women that do stuff like this, y'all got it effed up out here. Men are already struggling trying to figure out, are y'all worth dealing with? Because of stuff like this, all the little games, all the little weird stuff that y'all be doing, y'all got dudes out here bugging. Y'all really gotta stop doing stuff like this.
Another knockdown on the enemy team.
A lot of guys
getting kills.
This man in his mind is probably thinking, yo, I really like this girl. I want to take her out on a nice little romantic date to this spot that I know that's real nice. We're gonna have some champagne.
Or she might suggest the place.
Exquisite food. But no, she's over here trying to finesse. And like the smart man he is, he finessed his way up out of that joint and left her hanging. Smart. Fellas, don't be afraid to do some.
Nocturne, I will kill you, bro.
You know what game they're on?
You better walk the fuck out.
Don't be afraid to do some mess like this. Leave them where they at. Let them take care of the bill. Because if your intentions was to get with them, to try to get to know them on a deeper level, and they over here trying to play this mess, they deserve to get left. And if you gave her a ride there, psh, let her Uber back.
Yep.
Let her Uber back. This is wrong. This is wrong on so many levels. But fellas, if you had any incidences like this happen to you, share that story down in the comment section, man. We want to hear about it. We want to hear about it. But anyway, y'all know what time it is.
She deserved exactly what happened to her.
Stay tuned for more. As always, you can follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at @RDKicks. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. See ya.
Woo! We got it, baby. Executed. Cool, cool, cool. Why is Set here? $73, $75. There we go. I'm gonna have to be careful. When Nocturne passed by, he was level 4. He's probably level 5 by now, so he'll probably be level 6 soon. And so we're gonna want to let Viktor push because we don't want to get constantly ganked by Nocturne and his ult. We're dead if Nocturne ganks with his ult and we're too far out. Yep, level 5. Nope, immediately going for this kill. We out. Woo! Okay, that's a little, we did a little too much there. Maybe I should grab, Brand has a stun, Viktor has a stun, Nocturne has a fear. Maybe I should grab Merctress instead, but nah, we'll be alright. Especially once we finish our wits in.
Objects they are near bringing distressed spirits have often been known to inhabit objects they are near, bringing curses to those unlucky enough to own them. Although some of these items end up on display, you might want to think twice about visiting them, or you might bring a curse home with you. These are the haunted items you need to pray before touching. Part 2. Don't touch. Before we jump in though, I want to direct you all to a brand new channel we have called Bumblebee. Bumblebee is the next biggest top 10 channel for lovers of the strange, mysterious, and everything in between. The team behind it has also worked hard for months, and the launch date is set for August 11th. In at number 5, we have the Crying Boy painting. You might have seen this painting in a doctor's room or an old house. Created by artist Giovanni Bragolin, it was mass-produced in Britain and was a commonplace in homes and businesses from the 1950s onwards. However, soon after they were bought and placed in homes, many unexplained fires began to occur. Not only were
you're screwed, bro.
Burning down, but the only thing that would be left completely
That's
untouched
right. We
would
gotta
be
go the other way.
Crying Boy painting. Many firefighters became afraid of the painting, refusing to have it in any of their homes. If you search the painting, you'll see many articles from the 50s about the curse of the crying boy taking home after home. No explanation was ever given as to why these paintings carried such a curse, or why all of the homes with the paintings were burning down. Keep an eye out for the crying boy next time you visit or stay in an old building. Whatever might have caused this curse should be avoided at all cost. I'm gonna go buy the picture and then hang it in this room and see what happens to Chris. You'll be in a fire. In at number 4, the Dybbuk box. The first known haunting of this object came in 2001 by Kevin Manis, when he purchased a wine cabinet and started having terrible dreams. Now I know in advance, yes, we've discussed this countless times. It's like I'm beating a dead horse at this point.
Hold up, now we gotta let him push because Nocturne has his ult.
He then decided to gift the cabinet to
and we
his
are not
mother,
trying to get ganked.
who suffered a stroke the day she received it. Wow. Since this, every owner who has reported experiencing horrible events. The last owner of the cabinet, Jason Haxton, found out that the box possesses the spirit of a malicious Jewish creature called Dybbuk, who has the ability to haunt and possess the living. After numerous owners, it was then bought by an exhibit in Vegas. Since then, there have been numerous reports of hauntings surrounding
safe,
the
I think.
box. It was also reported that
Okay,
while
cool.
filming
Cool,
for a
cool.
TV show, the singer Post Malone was
Nocturne went
cursed
top.
by the box. box. In the months following his interaction, he was
Yeah,
involved in
no,
a
I'm
car
out.
crash, his home was robbed, and his plane had to make an emergency
That's
landing
annoying.
when a fault was found on it during the flight. I mean, I've stated this before, but we're back here again. It
Thank
is
you,
clear that
Warwick.
The Dybbuk box is not something
God
to
Flash.
be played with, and the curse should not be taken lightly. Unless you want to get cursed, then go peek inside. Coming in at number 3, the Baxano vase. Due to its ancient origin,
I'm at the
Baxano
Baxano
vase
again.
has a mysterious background with no one really knowing where it came from. It was found in 1988 with a note attached that said, "Beware, this vase brings death."
It's a good thing
Indicating
Nocturne
that
uses all
before
already.
this, it had
We're
already
safe.
taken more than one life in
Safe
its
for
path.
now. At least it's safe to
The
finish
warning
this.
was ignored, the vase was
Yes.
put up for auction. 3 months later, the winner of the auction and new owner of the vase had died. The next owner died after owning the vase for 2 months, and this pattern continued. This is why I don't go to auctions, because auctions have haunted things. Or something like that. Eventually, the police decided that enough was enough and decided to bury the vase as an
Nocturne's
attempt
here.
to stop the evil.
Nocturne's here on the other side.
They have vowed to never tell anyone the location of its burial, so that means it is out there somewhere, but I wouldn't go looking for it, and if you do find it, think twice before touching it. I'm gonna touch everything with my fingers. In at number 2, we have Letter the Gypsy
no.
Doll. Warning! The following item is said to cause feelings of immersive grief, uncontrollable sobbing, and feelings of dread. This doll has a very sinister appearance, but his story is much more tragic than evil.
Good shit.
The doll was originally a gift from a father to his young son. Unfortunately, he passed away while playing with his doll. It is said that his spirit then became trapped within the doll. The man then gave the doll to the son of one of his co-workers, who reported that the doll was
that live,
speak to
Chucky?
him. Successive owners reported feelings of immense grief when they were around or holding the doll. They would often cry for no reason in its presence. I mean, I often cry for no reason at all, just as I can. He currently resides in Australia on display by his current owner. She claims that he roams the house during the night and often moves without explanation. Could the spirit of the little boy be looking for a way to escape? Probably. It's like Chucky, except the person in Chucky was a serial killer, and he was a man. And lastly, in at number 1, we have Robert the doll. Just by looking at Robert the doll,
Good
you
shit.
get an unnerving feeling that something is not quite right. His eyes are like dark holes you don't want to spend too long looking into. It was said that he was given as a gift to an artist named Robert Eugene Otto, or Gene, when he was only 4 years old. They described the doll as looking kind of human, but also not. He also carried his own toy, a small lion. Gene named the doll Robert, and they became inseparable. Then strange things started happening around the family home. They would hear Gene laughing when alone in his room. After standing outside the door to investigate, they heard him talking to a deep-sounding voice. Furniture would be overturned in rooms where Robert had been sat.
No.
Gene started to have
Nope.
nightmares, and his
Okay,
toys
he
would disappear and
he went
then
bot.
reappear.
Nope. There he is. Yep. He went to me.
After all these things happened, the family banished Robert to the attic.
Why? Why does he have 2 fears? Leave me alone.
Robert did it. Passers-by frequently claim to see a small figure darting from window to
I should have
window.
known.
Many people
I thought he
are
went bot for a
terrified of
second.
Robert. He has now been locked up in the Key West Fort East Martello Museum. It is said
Yeah,
that
that's
the horror
gone.
has followed anyone who takes his picture without first asking. So if you go see him, always ask his permission first. I also believe people send him letters to apologize. I just don't even want to see him. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? What haunted item scares you the most? Have you ever encountered a haunted item? Are you haunted? Maybe.
None of them
Thoughts and
scare me.
feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do part 3. Before I go, though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 5 stories.
Nobody can be everywhere at once. It's just not possible. As much as you'd like to accomplish in your life, doing it all remains in the fantasy category for sure. This could be said about the most prolific of people, including
Victor, man, what are you
the
doing?
most famous demonologist duo of all time, Ed and Lorraine Warren. While their list of investigations is impressive and their impact on the way we see the paranormal is undeniable, there are simply too many ghost stories.
I
out
asked,
there.
Victor, what are you
A lot of them
doing?
might be better known if the Warrens showed up at some point. So today we're going to be counting down the top 5
I'm going by. I gotta help him
cases
out.
investigated by Ed and Lorraine Warren. Let's get right into it. Coming in number 5, we've got the House of Death.
Oh, there you are.
When you got a name like that, there's no avoiding paranormal.
Of course you're here. Why are you even in our jungle bush? In our like. I gotta get Zonia like immediately, yo. I at least gotta get stopwatch.
Ghosts altogether, and some people even end up being attacked. The House of Death has quite the history too, with all sorts of famous individuals, both skeptics and believers, telling tales of terror. It might look like a fairly nondescript home in New York City's Greenwich Village, but this house is anything but boring. After the initial homeowners left it behind, strange things started happening. A famed cyclist ended up hitting a young boy, breaking his leg. Mark Twain moved in, and even after being skeptical of ghosts,
I have to get
experienced all sorts of
Leandri's
strange
third
events. Even
because
though he wasn't there
I have to get Zonia. If Nocturne's gonna farm the shit out of me if I don't.
Rumored to roam the hallways of the House of Death. He's apparently one of the friendlier entities who stick around too. Years later, occupants experienced even more disturbing things.
Can't
from
push
monstrous
mid,
moving
can't go
shadows
bot,
to
that's
terrible,
Chin.
cloyingly sweet scents overpowering all who entered. Rotten food was found upon tables with no explanation.
I'll leave Warwick
and
with his
freezing
jungle
temperatures
camps.
in extremely specific places were found. It got to the point where they had to bring in a paranormal investigator who did indeed confirm that more than 20 spirits were inhabiting the House of Death. Not all of them were friendly either. Another author moved into the house, completed a manuscript, and then died under mysterious circumstances. A family moved in after that, and after a wild bender, the father murdered his daughter in a vicious attack. So even though the paranormal investigator had come through and confirmed there were indeed presences in the house, nothing was really done about it. Had the Warrens attempted an investigation, who knows what could have happened. Although the duo found themselves under a fair deal of scrutiny in relation to their investigations. Skeptics claimed and still claim that they were frauds, so it is possible that their visit would have simply sold a few more books. Regardless of the efficacy of the visit, the Warrens would have brought more attention to the house and possibly discovered more about the ghosts and demons supposedly living within. Coming at number 4, we've got Robert the Doll. Why not add another doll to the Warrens' long list of paranormal investigations? I think having Robert in the same room as Annabelle would result in some fascinating happenings. Even if nobody witnessed them in person, the stories would be legendary beyond compare. Imagine a crossover movie with both famous playthings somehow duking it out. The possibilities are endless. Hell, there's even a series of Robert movies. Definitely a cheap cash in on the success of the Annabelle flicks, but what do you expect, right? After making his way across the United States over the course of about 100 years, Robert now sits at the East Martello Museum. Anyone who does not properly respect the doll during a visit will be cursed and suffer a terrible fate. Some perish in car crashes,
thanks for giving it
others
back.
have brushes with death. But Robert is said to be pulling the strings in the background the entire time. Holy smokes, right? Even though Robert mostly resides at the museum, regularly rotating to the old post office and custom house, he has been investigated and exhibited by other paranormal enthusiasts. Zach Baggins featured the doll in one of his TV shows, introducing the creepy collectible to all sorts of new people. He didn't seem to have any negative reaction to the demonic toy though, so who knows what was going on. But if Baggins can do it, I doubt the Warrens would have any issues with expecting Robert. In fact, it's pretty surprising they never managed to get their hands on the doll in their days of demonology. It would definitely be interesting to hear their take on the matter. Maybe Robert wasn't a big fan and they didn't want any additional misfortune to befall them. Oh well, I'm still rooting for that Robert-Annabelle crossover. Coming at number 3, we've got Franklin Castle. A lot of haunted houses gain their reputation through mysterious death and misfortune. Franklin Castle has both of these in spades. It also helps that it's known as a castle, arguably the spookiest and most prone to hauntings of all the architectural forms. Classic spooky castle stuff, you get it. In the late 19th century, all sorts of bad stuff went down within the walls of Franklin Castle, and to this day, people
I have
can't
any
see the
mana,
results.
shit.
Hans Tiedemann and his family lived there and seemed to be doing quite well. That is, until all 4 of his adolescent children died under mysterious circumstances. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Some claim that he hung his daughter and staged it to look like she did it herself. My goodness. His mistress simply disappeared one day as well, adding to the questionable bits and pieces. Could he have been possessed by a demon? Are their spirits demons now? Now, visitors often see mysterious figures floating through the hallways, moving objects around and doing generally ghostly things throughout the castle. There have even been ghostly parties thrown, the Shining style. Whether these ghosts are friendly or frightening is still up in the air. However, we may have learned more about the paranormal residents if the Warrens made a trip to Cleveland. They could reveal all sorts of new details and potentially even upset the ghosts, resulting in some ramped up haunting. Damn. Coming in number 2,
we still have our stopwatch, so I don't want to waste. I don't want to buy Zonias just yet.
Really, it can't be happening that often. And even then, the folks involved are usually just the interested parties, families of the possessed, and those performing the exorcism itself. So what happens when somebody has their exorcism aired on live television? Well, all sorts of craziness, of course. In the early 90s, ABC aired an exorcism live on TV, showing America just what happened when a 16-year-old claims she's possessed by demons. Not one, but 2 demons. Now, there's a lot of controversy related to this particular case, and I'm sure if the Warrens were involved, that would only increase. But it's a very interesting case study from an era before the internet was intense as it is today. A girl named Gina, who had a rocky upbringing, claimed that she was possessed by 2 demons. One was named Minga, the other Zion. she would often fall into trances where one of these demons would make themselves known, speaking strangely and acting violently. After many visits from holy people, for whatever reason, they decided that Gina's exorcism would be aired on television. This was widely questioned, and many wondered why the church would allow this. Exorcisms are traditionally a private ritual, kept away from prying eyes as often as possible. Of course, this isn't always the case, and there have been plenty of public exorcisms throughout history. Apparently, they wanted the public to see that the devil was real and that the church could provide relief for people who were under his influence. But when this exorcism was aired, a lot of folks saw something other than the devil. They saw a young woman who had experienced abuse in her life and wasn't being provided with the psychiatric support she needed. Exorcism was a very controversial method of helping this girl who may have benefited from therapy, and doing it on such a public stage might have caused additional problems. Of course, the Warrens thrived on public paranormal displays, so they would have fit right into this equation. Would it have been the right choice, though? And finally, at number 1, we've got the Bell Witch. Try not to piss off your neighbors, because if you make them mad enough, you might find yourself under the influence of a curse. Damn. Somehow the Warrens never seem to make it out to the location of the Bell Witch's curse. In Adams, Tennessee, there once lived a woman named Katie Batts. After being cheated out of some land by her neighbor, John Bell, she swore she would haunt him for the rest of time. On her deathbed, she confirmed this curse and passed on to the other side. Following this spooky promise, the Bell family found themselves in a difficult situation. They would be attacked by invisible assailants, heard terrifying noises throughout their house, and witnessed chimeric animals visiting their farm. Katie Batts was still sticking around and using her demonic presence to haunt the Bells. Some say you can still feel her influence on the property, which includes a reconstructed cabin and a cave that is said to be just as haunted. My word. Do you think these demons would have cemented the Warrens' legacy even further? They're such divisive figures now. Who knows if these visits would have panned out well. What'd you think of my list? Do you agree with the picks? What demons do you think Ed and Lorraine should have investigated? Make sure you let me know down in the comments. Speaking of comments, let's take a look at some of your more languorous ones. From the top 5 most haunted items at the Warren Occult Museum, for 3. Sukoyot says, from what I remember, the vampire coffin was owned by someone who actually sleep in the coffin, and their practices would allow them to leave the body and drain the life force from their victims and use that energy to strengthen themselves. And I don't mean blood, I mean soul energy. Truly an energy vampire then. John Stiles says, imagine some natural disaster.
That was close, yo.
And all the dolls / objects escaped. That will be the Conjuring Universe's Infinity War. DC Carter says, the Warrens Occult Museum was on my bucket list of places to visit. What a shame. I can't pay a visit and maybe take some new friends home with me. Yeah, you're gonna have to Mission Impossible the storage unit that all the stuff is at now. Mark Armour says, we used to go to Borley quite often as teens. There's definitely something off about the place. The church opposite from the rectory site is really unnerving. Classic hooligan behavior, I love it. And GD kinda says, am I the only one watching these, and specifically to get home decor ideas? If you can find some good haunted items for cheap, they make great conversation pieces. And that is all the time we have for today. I'm going to sign up for the most dangerous game.
Alright, now we can
I'll see you next time.
grab Zonia since we use our stopwatch.
Wow. They would be attacked by invisible assailants. Here cave, that is, nope. Some say you can still feel the
Let's see if we can go Shroom out Dragon
behavior
real quick.
And GD Kana says, oh. Nobody can be everywhere.
Idiot. Ah, they still got Dragon though. Yo, this video is so freaking loud. God damn, they need to chill with that shit. I think me and Warwick can duel with this. I don't know. If the team stays mid, and they probably won't think that we're actually here. Yep, we might be able to get this. Good shit. We can. All right. Yeah. Shove. 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 Good job. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good shit. Somebody go top two. Wait. Why is he backing? They're literally all kill. Oh, wait. One of them just brands up. But he should have. I don't know. He should have pushed something before backing, I guess. In my opinion. No! Gnosis, no. Alright, let's get our Nashers next. See, we don't have teleport, and they're grouping mid right now. Dragon's coming up soon. We do want to group, but we don't want to ARAM. But I don't have teleport, so yeah, I think the best thing right now might be grouping. Unfortunately, none of the other lanes are pushing. Okay. Don't know what she was doing there. Come on, Bran. What are you thinking? I'm fucked. That was unfortunate. Probably should just focus our attention on the tower instead. It's very unfortunate.
Guys, don't undersell yourself. Yes. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed again.
Oh, this is already over.
On our Lex. No, I messed that up. There's no going back, man. We're like live. Can you cut that out in the edit?
Take it back.
We hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time. You guys are nervous? All right, Josue, let us know when we're live. Oh, damn, I see it. You guys see it?
Wait, I want to see it on my phone too.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh my god, I see it. That looks so weird.
It is. Alrighty, we are live. Damn, we are live. Hi, guys.
That was unfortunate.
I know, I feel like the viewers ready.
Shit, I don't have my Zonias yet.
We're live.
That was unfortunate. We were split up.
Welcome to our first ever live stream of the chat room. Oh my god, this is different. I feel like the only one used to live streaming here is Leslie.
I know.
Because she's on
My
Twitch.
bad.
And the Rod Rivals because you guys are on TikTok.
Yeah.
You guys are always going live on there.
True.
Denzi, you too though.
You go live sometimes.
I mean, I used to do it, here and there, but it's hard. Because you have to have all this energy to. Woo!
We probably should have let him take it, to be honest.
I just got jittery, but.
I took one too and I'm waiting for it to hit. Oh my god, they're gonna be shaking at the table.
But yeah, it's just a lot of energy that you have to put into those lives. But it's fun. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, so far we got 44 people in our live, guys. What's up? Everyone is saying hi, hi, hi. What's up? What's up, everyone? What's up? Welcome to our live.
What's poppin', guys?
What is poppin'? We're just gonna wait for some more people to kind of look in here. You know what we need to do? We need to figure out how to put like an intro, put some music rolling and stuff. You know?
Oh, true.
And then it leads into like the live stream. We'll figure that out. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone?
They're probably like, what the heck? They're live right now. Like, this is so random. We didn't even tell anyone.
We were but then we were setting up today, and we were just like, you know what? We're going live. It's as much of a surprise to you guys as it is to us. So.
We should go Baron. We should rush Baron.
You know what? Screw it. We're doing it. We're doing it. And as we're setting up, everyone's like, wait, really? We're gonna do it?
I thought you were just playing with us. I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, guys.
Low key, I kind of was, but you know. Then I was like, screw it. We're already
He
doing
went,
it.
let me go along with this.
And now we're here. Alrighty, what's up, guys? What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? How are you guys? Alrighty, guys. So today, what we're gonna be doing is pretty much talking.
Never mind.
I like to talk.
Now we're gonna be answering some questions because
They're up here now. We took we didn't make it in time. We didn't prep beforehand with boards.
Doctor who?
Dr. Phil.
Who's a
I
joke?
know.
For those of you
We wouldn't be able to do it if we went straight to it. Ooh shit.
Jasmine right there.
Brand. Ooh.
Denzel's childhood friend from Tulare.
Yeah, yeah.
She's been in some of like the oldest like beauty videos. She's been in some of the oldest beauty videos. And yeah, she's known Jasmine for like a very long time. She's kind of been behind the scenes. She doesn't want to be in front of the camera. She's like, no, I don't.
Oh, they said hi.
Everyone is saying hi. Yeah, you guys have known each other since what? Since like
6th grade.
They were so little. He was like this little chubby.
And my shoes came from Walmart. They were like little like the ones that you would like.
I have Zonia's too, boy.
But they would be the ones that they'd be flat, and like you would only play like soccer ball and stuff in them. So they'd be like falling off.
My health is too low, so I'm just gonna go defend mid.
I was cute.
The champion? I can see that.
I thought they were on the champions.
No, those are too good for me.
So
Like fight out.
I'm curious. You guys have never told this to us. How did you guys like meet? Like, was it just like?
And Dragon coming up soon. I'm gonna go show him Dragon after this.
First encounter, I think, was when we did our talent show. Yeah.
I was looking for people to do a talent show with, and I actually.
And then me and my
Oh, they backed off. I don't know. I thought they could have had it.
kind of figured.
That's unfortunate.
Told me, or she told me, she's like, oh, well, I know somebody that wants to do the talent show too, and I was like, okay.
Let me get out before Nocturne ults me.
And then Yolanda. Yeah.
Ah shit, there's another ward right there. Nope, Nocturne coming down. I see he getting ready to ult me. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, the video is actually still up to this day.
Now said I can deal with. No, actually, because Nocturne would just turn around and ult me there. I don't have my Zonias up, so not trying to let that shit happen.
There you go. No, it was not even like. It was so offbeat.
I do have flash though, so that's good.
So how is it that you guys have managed to stay friends for like so long?
Yeah, just destroy it right now. Nuke it, nuke it, nuke it.
Because we have a friend group.
Good shit. Wait, what? Ah, shit, my Zonia wasn't. I was pushing Zonia, that's why. Fuck. Yeah, shove mid. Don't chase.
So I think it's funny. Like he thinks that we're going out. My family wants us. Like they're like, why don't you
I'm pretty sure we already knew Denzel.
Oh god. Damn, that's crazy though. But that's cool. Did you guys like are still like super close and everything?
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, it goes the same for you guys. Don't you guys known each other since like?
We've known each other since 8th grade, 7th grade.
I mean, that's still.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long
Same,
time.
I
same
guess
time.
Yeah, I guess so. But then they stopped talking to us for a while because they got. Really
Ah, I was so close.
Fake as hell. I got receipts.
I spawned right after
I'll be texting Sergio, hey,
they finished Baron. Oh well.
later.
Let me put shrooms mid or bot so that the minions push for the tower.
I got a dog. I'm like, I'm giving birth. Okay, but can Anthony watch him?
It was a long time ago. I used to have a German Shepherd, and we couldn't have dogs in our apartment, and then so they were gonna kick the dog out, and so then I needed to find a home for it. So in the meantime, while I found a more permanent home,
Look at Kaisa and Nocturne looking to jump on me.
Hey, but I was still trying to look too. I was like,
All right, now I'm gonna one more. Hold on. Ah shit, I gotta go mid.
no, but so Angel and I met through English. No, what was it called?
yeah, honors Eve.
Honors, damn, smarty pants. Yeah.
Honors.
We used to. But okay, so we met in honors English. I had another friend who was like friends with
God
me and
damn.
stuff, and then yeah, we all became friends. And then obviously like through known we never started actually. He was scared.
That's game. This is game. That's game. We can end it right here.
Say anything. I didn't do anything.
I think that's why you were unapproachable. Because he was just quiet.
He just had this solo
He
vibe.
was
Like, it was
mystery.
just-
Like,
You
you
know
know
what was
what was
happy?
gonna come out of it.
And then we ended up like becoming like friends, like talking when we started going to church, right? Yeah. We were like, oh my god, like hey, what's up? And then this was like.
Nah, Kaisa, nah. Shoddy. Okay, and you know I'm Teemo, right?